What's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys everything I know about mastering the default loadout in Rivals. We're going to be covering the best ways to take fights, how to position yourself better, and all the small mechanics that most people overlook, but they make a huge difference in fights. I've spent a bunch of time competing at the highest level of Rivals. I'm currently the best player in RCL, ranked at Arts and High, with over 300,000 Robux earned from major tournaments. So everything in this guide comes from experience against some of the best players in the game. So whether you're brand new to the default loadout, or you've been using it for a while, there should be something here that'll help you improve. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first half of this video is going to be covering pretty much 1v1 DL, 2v2 DL, and 3v3 DL, since they're all really different from each other. 1v1 DL, it's kind of just whoever gets the first damage in at the fight first wins. 2v2 DL, you have to play with your teammate a lot, and 3v3 DL, you have to play off your teammates. So I'm just going to be showing how to do those optimally and really good so you can win your fights. So one really good thing to do on Arena to get some quick damage on your opponent is just come on this ramp, slide jump through the window, and then just go on top here. Because you can see them way before they can see you if they're just on this ramp, and you'll probably win the fight since you just have peeker's advantage. Another good thing to do on Arena is just slide jump up this ramp and then look at the other ramp, and you have a lot more height on your opponent because they'll usually be playing like right here. So if you're here, you obviously see them first. So it's really good to do if you want to get some quick damage or maybe even a full kill off of that. Now another good way to get some quick damage on your opponent is just coming here, holding your nade, sliding into the nade, coming back, and then just landing on top of this box. And then just shooting people when they're on like this box, maybe up here, or maybe here, because you can see them first, and they won't be expecting you to be here off the start of the round. So that's always good. Probably the best thing to do on Arena is playing on this window. Playing on this window will win you a lot of your fights because of how bad the desync is on Rivals. So if you're the one playing below the window and just jump peeking up the window like that, or like playing around the window, chances are that the person that you're fighting, his desync is going to be really bad on you. So when you're just jump peeking on the window like this, they're not going to hit you a lot, but you have a lot more time to hit them because you're just doing like quick peeks on the window. So that's another really good thing to do. Another really good thing to do on Arena is if you know the opponent that you're fighting has better aim than you, the main thing you want to be doing is hitting your nade before the fight even starts. Now, hitting your nade can be applied to literally any map, but Arena will probably be the easiest one since it's the most like enclosed space. Now, what most people like to do on Arena is just nade like the opposite ramp when they come out of spawn. This isn't really good because if your opponent has more than 8 brain cells, they're not going to go here every round, and they'll just be wasting a nade. So other good nades to do on Arena is nading through the middle like this, nading here, nading over there, or just fully saving your nade, so if you're down HP, you have a good chance to bring the fight back. Now what I mean by saving your nade is not throwing it as soon as the round starts, right? So you want to kind of save your nade until you get into a sticky situation, and you kind of need a bailout to win the fight. Most people are going to be playing on top of here when you're saving your nade, or like back here. So what you want to do is literally just nade where they are, obviously, and then hope your nade hits. And if your nade hits, you have a really good chance of bringing the fight back. Now another really good thing that you should be taking note of on Arena is almost never play low ground on this map. Low ground is probably one of the worst spots to be in, just because of how many angles you can get shot from, and just how nadeable you are, right? I can literally be on top of here, nade this whole entire middle thing, nade back here, nade literally everywhere on the map. The only good spot on low ground pretty much is the windows or playing around these pillars, because you kind of can't get shot at. But other than that, playing low ground is one of the worst things you can do on this map. I see so many people playing low ground and then just losing their fights because they have no high ground. High ground in this game will probably win you the most fights, so that's why you see me like super jumping a bunch, just because I'm so high in the air that I have every angle in the game that I can just shoot at. There's one more thing on Arena that I want you guys to absolutely stop doing, is these nade jumps. These nade jumps off spawn, they do nothing, they train nothing, so you're not improving when you do them. It's just pointless mirroring that anybody can do, and you're pretty much just a free nade if somebody with like a brain just nades the other ramp. You're just gonna get naded every time, and then you just lose the fight. A way better thing to do instead of that is this. This is just a way better nade jump to do. You can either go through the window, go on top of there. You could go through this window, slide over here, jump on top of this ramp, and then fight. You could even literally do this nade jump, which is better. Just stand here, hold your nade, and just nade jump into the sky, which would even be better than that one. because of just how predictable it is. Also, a lot of things in 1v1s is just being unpredictable. You almost never want to do the same thing twice in a row because your enemy would start to pattern recognition you. And once they start doing that is when you start losing, because you're just doing the same thing every single round. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this map. There isn't a whole lot of things to cover on this map. Stop doing that nade jump, and be unpredictable, and yeah, you'll improve. Alright, so now we're on docks. What I'm going to be covering on docks is pretty much off angles, positioning, super jumps, rotations, comms. All of these tips will be applicable on 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s. So yeah. So for the first thing that I'm going to be covering on docks is off angles. Off angles are going to help you the most in docks, just because it's pretty unpredictable. So if your opponent doesn't see you, you just get the first damage in the fight, and you pretty much win the fight before it even started. So for the first off angle on docks is going to be behind the yellow building, and it's going to be right here. You want to wedge yourself as close as you can to the wall, so you're pretty much head glitching the wall, and then just look on top of here. And if you want to see if somebody's super jumping, you just go to the right a little bit, and you can see anybody super jumping on top of yellow, just people playing quick peeks on top of white, or even people just coming down from white, so right here. This always works, by the way, like nobody checks this. It's really, really good, so you guys should all be doing that if you aren't already. Another off angle on docks is just on blue. Not a lot of people expect you to be playing right here on blue. It's right at the garage. Most people expect you to be playing on top of yellow, but if you're sitting right here and somebody's super jumping, if you're in a 1v1, most of the time you're going to get the first shot on them when they're in the air. So this is also really good. I've got a lot of kills here before. Another off angle on docks is playing inside of these crates. These crates are pretty good, but don't do it every round because your opponent will start to expect it. But playing inside of these crates and then nading somebody when you hear them on top of red like this, you just hit the nade. It's a free 75. I've got a lot of nades off of that spot and a lot of kills, so you guys should all be doing that, but just don't do it every single round. Another off angle on docks is going to be right here at the corner of the yellow building. This is really only good if you're in a 1v1 and you know there isn't anybody else alive, because if there's somebody on top of red, you're just going to die. Somebody on top of white, you're going to die. So this really works if you're trying to rat your opponent that's on top of yellow, and when they slide to white, you just get a free beam like this. Or they can even slide like to the crates here, and you just get a free beam. For another off angle on white, my friend Avion showed me this, so shout out to Avion. Playing behind these like crates or boxes or whatever, off the start of the round, you have a little head glitch, and you can just shoot anybody that tries to cross from like mid, or even on top of here. And then if you hear a lot of people coming into white, you can just crouch and they won't see you, and then you can either hit your nade on them running up the stairs, or just literally fully beam them when they go up the stairs. So that's really good to do as well. Another super good off angle on docks is if you spawn on this side and just come to here, because a lot of people like to super jump pretty early into the round to try and get an angle on top of yellow. But if you just come to here at the start of the round, crouch so they don't see you, and then just jump up on top of here, you can literally just fry the super jump. And then you also have to be careful at the spot too, because you can get shot through this little like hole in the pallet. So just be careful of that and just crouch behind here. And then when you're done shooting the guy on the super jump, you can just instantly rotate back to yellow or back to blue. So now I'm going to explain how to position yourself better now that we're done with the off angles. Essentially what positioning is just playing at the spot where you feel most comfortable and the strongest at. If you feel the most comfortable inside of red, you usually want to be playing inside of red. If you feel the most comfortable inside of white, you want to play inside of white. If you feel the most comfortable in blue or at the crates, you just want to play there. Just play where you feel the best at, and that's how you will get your positioning better. Now let's get to the second part of positioning, conditioning. Conditioning your opponents is pretty much just playing inside of red, right? Let's say you play inside of red every round. Your opponents that you're fighting will be kind of careful of red because they don't want to challenge you in red. But if you're not actually in red, and let's say you're on top of white, chances are that your opponent is going to be looking towards red, and he's going to be out of position because he's trying to find you inside of red. So if your opponent is out of position, and let's say he's looking at red, and he's like right here, you literally just have a free beam on him if you're on top of white, because he's just trying to be careful of you in red, trying not to get shot by red, or trying to contest you in red. Conditioning also works for super jumping, right? So let's say you super jump a lot and you like super jumping. Your opponents are going to be looking in the sky, or just kind of be careful of the sky, because they don't want to get beamed by you when you're in a super jump. So if you don't super jump, let's say for 2 rounds in a row, chances are your opponent is going to be out of position, like maybe back here, looking at the sky, back here, or even like down here. your opponent is going to be so out of position that you can literally just get a free kill on them or free damage on them because they're already looking in the sky. So the main thing is just try to be unpredictable in every round, right? You don't want to keep on super jumping every single time in a row because you're just going to die. Sometimes don't super jump, sometimes don't play in red. But also just play in the spots that you feel the most comfortable in. Let's say you spawn on this side on docks, right? Your opponents spawn on this side, obviously. And let's say your opponents, they push to yellow. You want to be rotating through blue, going into their spawn, and literally just taking full control of their spawn, because now you have a way better position on your opponents, because now they only have yellow, and they can only slide to here or play down here. And you have this building, this, you literally have everything on the map. Now since you have all this space because you rotated from blue to their spawn, you have a way better chance of just winning the round. Just because of how much space you took way early into the round because your opponents decided to push yellow. And this also works vice versa, right? So let's say your opponents spawn on this side instead of you spawning on that side. You might want to push yellow. If you push yellow, already be wary of the fact that your opponents can go through blue and go on top of red. So you kind of always want to have this position on the map so your opponents can't just take max space and you just lose their round. But now let's say you spawn on this side and your opponents, they want to push on top of white. You just go through blue. You can fully go through blue, go on top of yellow, and then boom, you have a better angle on them since you're going to be shooting them from behind. And if you go really fast to blue on top of yellow, or like even on top of the AC unit, you just have a way better position in the fight and you have a way better chance to win the round. Something that I see people doing very wrong on docks is pretty much just baiting your teammates, right? People like to play on top of yellow, and then let's say your teammate comes to you that he's going to push white from this side. You can't just be sitting on top of yellow just holding this. For you to be able to trade your teammate, you have to be looking down here instead of just up here. Sometimes the opponent will be up here, but 8 times out of 10, they're going to be down here fighting your teammate. If you're looking down here and you can get a trade on your teammate, then the round is just way more winnable instead of you just looking up here and just baiting him. Or instead of even being on top of yellow and looking at your teammate from here, you can push behind them, go into white, look from here, stand right here, beam them. You can even go all the way from this side, go over here. Or if your teammate is fighting people below white like this, if you're on top of yellow and you don't have a really good angle, you could even go on top of white. You just have to be wary of this head glitch right here, because it is pretty strong if you get hit by it. So just be careful of that, but stop baiting your teammates on this map. That is how so many people just lose fights on this map, because they're just baiting them. And your teammate's just immediately dead, even though he comments to you what he's going to do before the round even starts. And if you ever need to get on top of white pretty quickly, you can just jump on top of the kiln like that, and just get on top of white and help your teammate. But you just do not want to be baiting your teammate on this map. You always want to try to get his trade, or even just get some damage in for him before the fight starts. Now the first thing that I'm going to be covering on Big Arena is just the grenade jumps, the simple ones. You just hold your nade, slide jump, and then you can glide up the ramp like that and get into their spawn. You just have to be careful with that though, because you are a pretty free beam if you do it every round. Now another nade jump that you can do on Big Arena is just come to this ramp, or even that one, hold your nade jump, crouch so you don't get hit by on top of here, and then just slide jump when you're about to hit the ramp. And you can get a pretty good beam on people here, or like playing even on top of here, because nobody will really expect you just crouching behind this wall and then just popping up here pretty fast. Another good nade jump is always that you just holding your nade on this ramp and then just going super high in the sky. But you have to coordinate with your teammate if you want to do this. If you go solo, you're just gonna die. So coordinate with your teammate that you want to do that nade jump and then perform it, and you can shoot people from on top of here or literally anywhere on the map. Okay, so now that we're done with the nade jumps, I'm going to be showing you guys what you should do on this map and what you shouldn't. What you should be doing at the start of the round is just jump up to this wall and then just kind of peek this, but don't jump peek it though, because if you jump peek it, you peek for a lot longer and the opponent that you're fighting would just beam you. So just kind of jiggle peek like this, you get some free damage at the start of the round. You can even jump on top of here and look down here if somebody goes there, or you can even throw your nade at the very back of the spawn. Now what you shouldn't be doing at the start of the round is just coming to one of these ramps and then just kind of botting out. Nobody's going to push you this fast. You need to be on this ramp 2 seconds into the round starting. and you can really get naded at this ramp, by the way, because a lot of people just like to throw their nade from the spawn to one of these ramps, and if you're just here, just botting out, boom, you're naded, and the round is really losable now. Instead, what you should be doing is what I just said earlier, just getting jiggle peeks, getting information on where they're going to be, just kind of moving around and not getting naded. If you get naded, the round is very, very hard to win. So just kind of be unpredictable with your movements, don't go in the same spot every round, and yeah, you'll be having a way higher chance of winning the round if you're just unpredictable with your movements. Now probably the best thing to do on Big Arena is come on top of this pillar, long slide into the middle, and then just kind of fight for the middle. Hold your nade somebody, you can nade literally their whole spawn like this. If somebody's pushing through the middle like this, boom, you nade them. Somebody's pushing the window, you nade them. Somebody's pushing over here, you nade them. The middle is probably the best spot in this map. Even though it's low ground, you can go anywhere from the middle. I get most of my kills on this map from the middle just because I push it pretty early into the round. And I have so much value just because I'm here and my teammate can get trades on me, or I just instantly nade somebody at the start of the round. Now, if you're playing in the middle, a really good spot to nade is just right here. Everybody likes to sit here, or even on the other side. So if you're in the middle pretty fast into the round and you nade right here, you might even get a double nade, or you just get a single nade. If you get a single nade, it's really good. If you get a double nade, it's even better. Now, another thing that I see people doing really wrong on this map is just sitting on one of these ramps, and doesn't matter which one, and just standing still and reloading. There is absolutely no reason to just stand still on this ramp and reload, especially if somebody is pushing it. You only want to be standing still and reloading if somebody is nowhere near you and you know you're safe. But if you're being pushed from on top of this pillar, and somebody is just literally pushing you like that, you're gonna die if you're just standing still and reloading. You always want to be moving around on this ramp, or even going back into your spawn to reload. Now, there isn't really anything else that I can explain on this map to help you win fights, but I'll explain one thing. If you're super jumping on this ramp, you always want to super jump after the person is already in the air, because you can just see them first, and they're already falling down, so they're not going to hit you as much. If you super jump at the same exact time as them, it's literally just an aim duel at that point. And if you have the worst aim, you're going to lose the fight. So you want to super jump after they are already going down, so you can get that extra bit of damage and they can't hit you. So I'll be showing you guys the things that you should and shouldn't do on this map. Starting off, if you spawn on this side, one of your teammates should always be playing on top of the cone. Because if one of your teammates are on top of the cone, they literally can look at the whole entire map. They can look at people going to mountain. They can look at people playing on this head glitch. They can look at people here. They can look at people going in the middle. The main reason for them being on the cone though is they need to shoot the people that go to mountain. But the main objective for the person on top of this cone is to not overpeak and not take too much damage, because this guy will probably be the last one alive playing HP at the end of the round to secure it. For the people that spawn below here though, or even spawn on top of here, you guys want to nade jump to mountain. So hold your nade, slide jump, crouch so you don't take a lot of damage, and then slide behind this so you don't take more damage from the people that are playing here. And then just take mountain, and boom, you have mountain. When you get inside a mountain, if you are already on low HP, you need to coordinate with your teammate to go on top of the mountain at the exact same time, so you guys have a better chance of winning the fight against the people that are on top of the mountain. So what you guys want to be doing is just 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's fight up top. Fighting people up top. The guy on top of cone can even see the people on top, so he's also helping with the fight. And then you guys should win that fight if you have good coordination. If you end up making it to mountain late and there are already people in mountain from this side, your guys' job on this side is to not push in the mountain, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to be holding the nade and they're going to have a better angle on you, and you're just going to get naded as soon as you go into the mountain. Your job is to either go on top of the mountain from here, or literally fully wrap around this whole entire side and flank them and go behind them from this ladder. And then boom, you have a way better chance to win the fight. And let's say you're in a 1v1 with the guy in mountain. If you're the one playing inside of the mountain and not on top of it, playing behind this ladder is really good because you can get quick peeks on the guy here. You can look up top here and they can't really shoot you. And you can even just fully rotate all the way over here and then jump up whenever you want to, if you did damage to him up here. If you guys spawn on this side though and you want to contest mountain, don't nade jump to mountain, just follow where I go. This will be the best rollout for mountain because you save your nade and you get here a little bit earlier than the people that just nade jump to the mountain. And you can just literally nade them when they come in, if they do end up coming in, or you can literally fully slide, peek out, and nade on top of the ladder. But let's just say you guys suck at taking mountain, right, and you can't even contest it no matter how hard you try. Another good thing to do on this map is coordinate with your team. When you guys spawn on this side, hold your nade and nade jump to the trampoline like this, and you guys can literally beam all the people that are going to mountain and literally just fully kill them immediately. You guys aren't gonna die if you do this too. Usually they'll try to counter it by playing like here and playing off angles, but there will always be like one person nade jumping to the mountain. So if you guys just nade jump onto the trampoline and absolutely fry the guy on mountain, boom, you guys have mountain control, you win the round. But let's say you guys want to take control of the middle. Taking control of the middle is pretty risky, but it can also be really valuable because you can flank the full entire tunnel and go into their spawn and try to kill the guy even up here or up here. But the main thing you want to do if you don't go through the tunnel is not overpeak. If you overpeak in the middle, you will probably die. Not overpeaking on this map is really big because you can get a lot of chip damage from people like here. You can even shoot people on top of the mountain or going on top of the ladder. And then let's say you're in a sticky spot, right, in the middle, in like a 1v1. Playing behind this trampoline and just crouching is probably the best entire angle on this map because you can't really get shot if you're here. And then if you are getting shot, boom, hop on the trampoline, crouch down so you fall down faster. You can even go all the way up top, shoot mountain, you can shoot up there. This is just a really good spot overall. But really what you guys want to be doing on this map is not overpeaking and not taking too much damage. Because if you're super wide out like this, boom, you're exposed to like 10 different angles and you just die. Most of the rounds on this map will come down to whoever has the highest HP at the end. So if you guys aren't overpeaking and not taking a lot of damage, there's a really high chance you guys are going to win the round if you just don't completely so. The main thing that you shouldn't be doing on this map though is if you spawn on this side, never take a mountain by going on top of this bridge. Literally the whole entire spawn can shoot me while I'm going on top of this bridge and I just die. This is the worst spot in the game, never go up here. Unless you're in like a 1v1 and you know the opponent that you're fighting isn't going to shoot you if you do that. But if you're in a 3v3 off spawn, never go up here, you would just die. And one more thing that you guys shouldn't be doing on this map is playing low ground below mountain. If you're playing low ground below mountain like here, and you don't hit a nade up top here, you are just gonna die. Because the people on top of the mountain can nade down here, they can slide down the mountain at like Mach 5 and just kill you. And just never be playing down here, always try to play on top of something that has a vantage point, right? And just play on high ground most of the time on this map and you'll be okay. Alright, so now we're on Legacy Battleground. Legacy Battleground is probably one of the most RNG maps, just because if you get naded, you lose. And there is a lot of spots to get nade on this map. So I'll be showing you guys the most common nades and some of the nades that you should be doing, and how to position yourself better on this map. What my favorite thing to do on this map is when I spawn in, I slide up the ramp, then slide down to here, and throw my nade all the way across, so it hits all the way in the back of their spawn, right there, and it nades anybody who's playing there. That is a really good nade to do because a lot of people like to play all the way back here because they don't think they'll get naded. But if you do that nade, like 5 times out of 10 you're gonna nade somebody, and that's really good odds. Another pretty good nade to do on this map is come to the head glitch here, but don't come to the head glitch immediately, right? Because usually people like to throw their nades on this. So wait until they throw their nades, come onto the head glitch and just nade right here. A lot of people like to play this because a lot of people like to try to challenge you on this head glitch, because right here is also a head glitch. But if you just nade this and then peek, boom, they have to dodge the nade and fight you at the same time. And if they get hit by the nade, you kill them. If they don't get hit by the nade, you get free damage on them. Now another good nade on this map is just nading through the little hole here. Some people like to go here, but I wouldn't do that nade every round because if they don't go there, then you just waste your nade. But nading through that hole is sometimes good if you know they like to go there. A really good spot to sit on this map if you don't want to get naded is just right in this corner. Playing right in this corner, you might get naded maybe once, but playing there is very good because it is a really hard nade to hit. The way that I counter people playing in this corner though, because I can't hit the nade every single time, I wait for the people to throw their nades here so I don't get naded. I hold my nade, slide jump, crouch, and then just fully challenge this guy right here. And I usually get a kill. If I don't get a kill, I get at least 140 damage every time. So that nade jump is also very good to do, but you have to wait until they throw their nades here, because if you get naded, then the whole entire plan just corrupts and boom, you're dead and you do 0. On this map as well, if you guys are going to nade jump like this, you have to calm to your teammate to shoot the exact same person that you're shooting. Because if you guys shoot 2 different people, boom, you guys are just gonna lose the round. So you have to calm to your teammate. Okay, let's nade jump, but let's shoot the first person that we see. So if the first person is right here, shoot that guy. and boom, you win the round because you already killed one and you guys are going to be up way more HP because you shot the exact same person. Another good nade jump to do on Legacy Battleground is have your teammate push up, right? When your teammate goes to push up, you want to hold your nade and slide jump up this ramp, and then boom, beam the people on the ramp while the people on this ramp are fighting your teammate down here. And boom, you kill them. They also might be reloading, so you could even get a freer kill, and then you just have full map control really early into the round if you do it properly. Another tip, when you guys are playing behind this blue box, you kind of just want to jump peek and get info. You don't really want to take any full fights because you can get shot by a lot of places. If you take a full fight, boom, you're shot from here, you can get shot from here. So you kind of just want to jump peek and gather information and try to get chip damage on anybody. Another really good push, you have to wait until they throw their nades here again though. Hold your nade. Once they throw their nades, nade jump, crouch, and then just go right here, and you can challenge the guys on here, you can challenge here, and you can challenge here. Or if you want to get really frisky, you could literally just fully come up here, slide down, and then challenge the guy that's back here. But challenging that guy back there is a little bit risky because you can get shot at by a lot of people. So just be careful when you do that nade jump, but it does produce a lot of value if you do it correctly. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Legacy Battleground. Just make sure you guys are clearing these angles too. Just make sure you guys clear everything. And don't just fully walk into like the middle without even looking at anything. Just be vigilant, and you guys should win a lot of your fights. And now we're on Station. Station is one of the newer maps introduced to DL. This map is pretty dominated by the super jumps on it. So if you guys can learn the super jumps and learn when to do them and learn when not to do them, you guys will dominate your games. If you spawn on this side, make sure you coordinate with your teammate to go on top of the roof with you. Because if you guys are both on that roof, you can just fight the people that are on this roof. Or if you guys don't want to both go on that roof, have one of your teammates go to this green crate and then just nade right here. You'll probably 75 somebody, and the round is way more in your favor than it was. Another tip on Station is this tree right here. This tree is a really strong angle if you guys are in a 2v2, because you can look all the way over here, but just make sure you're not over peeking. But if you guys end up in a 2v1, if you're on top of this tree, you're gonna super jump up the tree and beam the whole guy on that roof for free, and then your teammate can push up and then kill him. Station is also a really ratty map, so if you guys can get into a corner or even get into their building pretty quickly, you guys can hide in this corner and just fully crouch behind it, go all the way back, they can't see you. When you hear footsteps, you can either pop up with your nade them, or you can just fully shoot them with your AR and kill them. You can even play behind this door. Playing behind here is very good because when they come in, boom, you can just shoot them. There's also a head glitch all the way back here at your building. If you just sit right here, you can shoot the guy that's contesting you here. Now your main objective on Station is going to be not letting your enemies take control of this building. If they end up taking control of this building, they will probably win the round just because of how much map control they took really early into the game and of the super jumps that you can do on this roof. Since this building is such a strong position on the map, you and your teammate need to be vigilant and make sure that your opponents cannot take control of this. The way people usually like to take control of this building is when they spawn on this side, they like to go on top of this little red crate and then slide down to here. But the way to counter this is if you spawn on this side, immediately go on top of this roof, come to here, and then just nade right here. And boom, they'll be naded, and you have a way better chance of winning the round. Even if they take control of this building, they're going to be lower HP than you guys. Another way to counter that push is when you spawn on this side, come into the building, come here, and then just throw your nade right here, or like over here. And just wherever you see them, they're going to be close to here. And just come out of this doorway, and then just nade them, or just shoot them with your AR. But make sure you calm to your teammate that you're going to do that, because if your teammate doesn't know, you are going to get 2v1'd. Another way to counter that push, which is a little bit safer, is just coming on top of this little pallet, coming here, and then just nading right here. I almost off the map, but it's all good. You just come on top of this pallet, and then just nade right there. Now, if you guys have an aggressive playstyle and you're on this side, nade jumping to this roof from on top of this is a really good push to do, because you can shoot the people here, and you can also super jump right here. So if you guys just push this, boom, you just have so much map control, you can super jump, and you can just shoot all the people that are here, or even on the train tracks, or on the tree. So now I'll be showing you guys the off angles that you can do on Station. There's a lot of off angles on Station because the map is very big, but one is right here. Playing right here, if your opponents don't know you're here, you can literally get the freest beam on people here, in the windows, on top of this, going to the middle from here. It's just a really good angle to play, and there is also an opposite angle right here. You can just shoot the people here or at the tree. Another pretty good off-angle station, this one is pretty risky, but you can actually go below these train tracks and sit right here. If you sit right here though, you have to be careful because you can get shot at by a lot of places, but if nobody knows you're here and somebody goes to push the tree, peek here, peek here, peek here, you can just get a really quick beam and then just come back out and go on top of the roof and reposition. Another good off angle is actually just playing right here behind the red building, and then you can shoot people right here when they go to cross. This is a very small peak though, so you guys will probably only get like 30 damage from this, but any damage helps you in the round, so it is good. Another off angle is just right here behind this building. Come to right here at this crate, and you can look down here and just fry people that are going there, or you can look at people here, here, and yeah, that's a very good off angle. You can pretty much super jump anywhere with a ledge on this map, and the way you do a super jump is just literally slide jumping into a thing with a ledge on it, and boom, you go in the sky. It's pretty simple, but you guys have to practice to get consistent at it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for station. There's a couple more things like playing on top of this box when the round starts to get some free damage in, but other than that, that's pretty much it. You could also rat inside of this crate and nade people that are coming close to you. But yeah, that's it for station. The main thing with the big Crossroads, just like Legacy Crossroads, it's not over-peaking, right? You guys don't want to over-peak stuff on super big maps because getting your damage back is going to be a lot harder. So just take little small jiggle peaks when you can and get the most amount of damage that you can without taking a lot of damage yourself. Now, some very good spots to sit at on big Crossroads, let's say you spawn on the black side, come on top of this, go to this little bridge, and then just jump back to this and jump on top of this, and boom, you have a really good jiggle peak for the entire map. You can look at everybody pretty much, and you can just get damage for your team that are pushing like to the middle. Now on big Crossroads there are 4 trampolines, one right here, one right here, one here, and then one here. These trampolines are going to make up pretty much most of the playstyle on this map, because a lot of people just like to jump on the trampolines and then just crouch down super fast, so they're a lot harder to hit. So if you guys take positions that you can see the trampoline a lot earlier than your opponent can get on the trampoline, you will have a way higher chance of killing the opponent that goes on the trampoline. Now playing mountain on this map isn't really a necessity. You don't have to go here, but always taking more map control is a plus. So if you guys are able to play here, go for it. But if you can't, it's not a necessity, so don't even bum yourself out about it. But the way you play mountain on big Crossroads, it's pretty much the exact same thing as Legacy. There just isn't as much space, but if somebody's coming in from here, you nade it. Somebody's coming here, you nade it, or shoot them. Somebody's coming behind you, just be vigilant and make sure to challenge them. And then playing on top of this in the mountain is very good because you can see a lot of the map. You can nade down here, and you can literally just do anything from on top of here. But really the main attraction of this map is going to be the middle, since that is where most of the fights are going to be happening. And playing the middle, it's very heavy on the trampoline, and just whoever hits their nade first. Most people like to play on this bridge, so if you get here and you can nade the bridge, that's very good. Most people like to play right here as well, so if you can nade here, that's also very good. And people also like to play right here and then just wait for you to jump up and overpeak, and then they'll jump up and nade you or just fully one mag you. So just be careful of everybody playing in the middle. So now I'm going to be showing you guys some common positioning on this map. If you guys spawn on the black side and your opponents, they spawn on mountain, right? And they rotate over to brown spawn. You and your teammates want to go to the mountain spawn, but one of you guys want to stay black, so you guys have more map control. If one person is mountain, one person is black, and one person is in the middle, you guys have way more map control than just 3 people playing inside of the brown spawn, because you guys have angles on literally everything now. Okay, well you guys might be wondering, what if the people that spawn mountain, what if one of them actually ends up staying in mountain? Well, that's only one person in mountain, right? So 2 of your teammates can go push mountain from the trampoline, and you, on top of this like black castle, can shoot the people on mountain. And it goes for the same thing on the brown side, right? If you guys end up spawning on the brown side, and the people on the black side end up rotating to mountain, you guys on the brown side can end up rotating to black through the tunnel, and then just fully take the black side and have more map control than the people just being on the mountain. And it's also the same when you spawn mountain. If you spawn mountain, and the people go from black to brown, you take black, and you have more map control than the people just being on brown. And yeah, that is pretty much it for all of the maps on DL. Now I'll be getting into some interviews and asking some DL pros what actually made them improve in DL the fastest. Okay, so Truzones, how did you get better at DL?
I played a lot, I also played Kovacs pretty regularly, and I just always played against people who are way better than me.
Okay. And do you have any tips for the new people in DO, like the R6s that are trying to get better at the game?
Try to play against people who challenge you, because that's the best way to improve, and play the game a lot more than you think.
Alright, bet. Thank you, Truzones. Alright, Binkle. What made you get better at DO?
Honestly, just playing the game, man. Consistency is key, you know. Hey, coach always told me to get your reps in, you know, and I really do think that at the end of the day, playing the game is what is gonna get you better, you know, getting those reps in, you know. I feel like that definitely helped me improve the most.
Alright. And what's one tip you give to the younger DO generation?
Man, one tip I could say, you know, back in my day, yeah, always told me to never give up, man. Like, no matter what happens, no matter the trials and tribulations that you go through, you must always continue to strive forward and be the best person that you can ever be, to become the fucking best ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let others talk you down. You know, like you are who you are, man. Just like reach for the fucking stars, bro.
Alright, bet. Alright, so Zay, how did you get good at DO?
For starters, you really just have to play the game. Like, playing the game is the most consistent way to like be good. You see people like Swift, you know, Spear is upcoming because he played the game a lot. Second is working your way up. Like, you have to play better to get better. And third is just aim training. That's really it. You know, as you know, triple aim trains. He might cheat a little bit, but it's okay. It's all love.
Alright, and do you have any tips for like new people that are playing DO?
Play people better than you. Iron sharpens iron, like Colin said. So yeah, just keep working your way up.
Alright, bet. Thank you, Zay. Now for the last interview, it's not really an interview, but the last person that I talked to about DO is Shaman. So I'm going to be going over the stuff that Shaman said about how he got better at DO, and what are some things that people misinterpret about aim, and how he got better at aiming. So basically how Shaman got better at DO is he spent most of his time in private servers instead of playing matchmaking or ranked, like how a lot of these newer players do, and then he started to play people that are better than him and have different playstyles as him, and as he kept on playing the game, he started to gain more experience, and he ultimately got a lot better at the end. And then the tips that he has for newer players like the R5s and the R6s that are trying to get better at DO is to just watch people that are already very good at the game, and if you really want to become good, you have to utilize every singular mechanic in the game, like sound, movement, dodging, aim, and game sense. And then for what he said about aim, I'm just gonna let you guys pause and read it, and yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I put a lot of time into this, so if you made it to the end, I love you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.